My name is Scott Bukowski. I'm better known as Scott Bukowski, the Bukowski Master. I am the winner of the 1998, 97, and 94 Porn Awards. I've been in countless adult films. You may know me from Guess Who's Bukkakin for Dinner, and such hits as Spow, Right in Your Eye, starring Scott Bukowski, the Bukowski Master. That one I got best finish. That was all me. Improvised on that scene. And so what many people don't know is I grew up in a little town called Tomahawk, Wisconsin. And when I was a young boy, I'd been quite the fucker, so to speak. I was known as the local peeping Tom for a good chunk of my youth, and I was quite the fucker indeed. At the age of 9, I lost my virginity to a girl named Jenny. She was my older sister's best friend. We filmed it, and ever since then, by gum, I've always loved to be in front of the camera. Most of my teen years, I had been with a number of my classmates, both filming and not filming, a lot of them with me. I had gotten the case of the kooks, the caps, and the claps a couple of times. After high school, I didn't exactly know what I was going to do with my life, so to speak. I enlisted in the army, and they didn't really want me there, but they shipped me off to Nam with everybody else. I was that weird guy who I always knew how to impress a gal, and a lot of them were very jealous of that. I'll give you that. I was pretty sure they were jealous of that fact. Out in Nam, I had deserted my post to go out to this big city and pursued a little venture out in South Vietnam called Big Time Showtime, a adult venture down there. As there, I was noticed by a Russian producer who also thought it was a good thing to pull me into the films. I had spent a good chunk of my film career doing a lot of interesting things, I'll tell you that. I was known as the Bukowski Master, and not going to go into much detail as to what exactly I did, because this is a family program, but it wasn't pretty. It was pretty, but at the same time, it was beautiful. I loved what I did, you know. the smile that would come across a girl's face. We were worried big time in the business about diseases such as HIV and AIDS. A couple gals I had worked with had contracted it much later in their career. Luckily for me, it was mostly crabs. I got gonorrhea twice. Chlamydia 4 times. I'm lucky I'm still here. I think about it sometimes. Sometimes all those things will catch up to you. I know a few people who aren't here anymore. God bless them, they served their time. It was all worth it in the end. But fame is only short-lived, and by about 2001, about March of 2001, I had my 15 minutes had been up. I had gotten too old for the industry, and nobody really wanted an old guy like me anymore. Old Scotty B. Bukowski wasn't the up and coming thing nowadays. Now it's all about hentai and those really weird fetish ones, you know, with the feet. I don't do nothing with feet, I'll tell you that. It's a little too far for me. In fact, there was an old producer who once said, "Hey, Scotty B, why don't you do feet?" And I said, "Hey, why don't you listen here? Scotty B don't do feet." And that was that's what I was known for. Nowadays, I don't do much, you know. I reflect on what happened, where I came from. Back in Tomahawk, I kept most of my fame under wraps from a good portion of my family, so no one really knows about the fame. Money? I spent all the money long ago. Drugs, mostly. The coke was too good. And the gals, they were even better. But I think I'm just gonna wait till I'm old enough to do that old people porn. You know?